apparently broke my no, ain't apparently about it. I broke my damn phone stand, so I got to do it by hand today, baby. Y'all know what time it is. Oh well, I guess y'all don't know what time it is. My crowd is short, and I guess that kind of like plays into what I'm saying about what this particular broadcast gonna be about here. Big dog in a little house, man. You know, hey, I've grown accustomed, and I've grown to gain an understanding of the process of this YouTube shit. You know, for some people, I guess for some people, they come on, and whatever tricks they may have, or whatever resources, or whatever situation they may have, the luck of the draw, the algorithm, their growth may be substantial and may be relatively quickly, but for others it may be very slow, and that may be for various and sundry reasons. It may be what the topics that the person is talking about, may be the person's appearance, may be just that person just isn't appealing to an audience. But I don't know for certain, because I always welcome commentary on my shit, So if you have, I look at it like this: if there's something that you want to hear, it's something that you agree or you disagree with, that I might post up, then I welcome the constructive critique. The trolling don't necessarily help me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't see you. You're not in front of me. And most of the time, I guess the trolling would help if it was somebody that knew me. But let me get to the topic here. Big dog in a small house. Now, the old saying, the old adage just say, I'm sorry for this, cause I gotta keep it moving. I don't know how to. I don't know what I'm gonna look like, cause I'm driving at the same time. I'm trying to get these windows up. I think I got my lock on. I got my lock on and shit. The old saying go, church when you come to speak into the concept of church. Church is wherever there's one or more, well, there's two or more gathered, that is considered a congregation underneath the guise of a church, underneath the guidelines of what the creator allegedly considers a church. And I guess in a church there's certain functions. You got to have the pastor or the priest and the congregation. So I look at it like this, okay? I may have right now. I got one person on. I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's a YouTube robot that's supposed to watch all the videos to make sure that you don't do nothing that goes against community standards or not. But it's one other person on here on this live with me right now. Now, I went on with there being nobody there. And right now I'm very very appreciative and grateful that one person that's out there. Because hey, it makes me feel less like I'm mentally disabled by just speaking to my phone. Salute. Who was that? Salute, brother James. Glad for you to be amongst the congregation. I appreciate that. But I have to be, because I have to, I'm on the process of building this channel. I'm trying, my main objective at this point, at this stage of having this YouTube page, because I've had a YouTube page for a while, and I really didn't know how to go about the process of getting money off here. People told me a while back that it was a way to get money off here, but I didn't, I didn't, I said, how much money could you possibly get off the internet? But then once I start finding out what it is what it is. Now, big dog in a little house. My house right now is extreme little. The big dog house extremely little right now. The puppy, the dog, I ain't no puppy, I'm an old nigga. The dog's house is extremely small right now. But that don't mean that the dog is small, it's important for me, even in this small house, in comparison to any larger house. I have to behave and maintain and spit out whatever I'm gonna spit out and what I'm gonna contribute to the YouTube sphere. As if it was just one person, the good brother James says out there, if it's only one person, or whether it's 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, a million, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not. How should I put this? It's not so much that it goes back to the concept what I was trying to put together about the church. Where there's three or more gathered, there's two or more gathered, then that's the concept of a church. Whatever you put out there, whatever who has presumed the position of the pastor, whatever I choose to put out there, it should be to the standard and to the quality of which, whether if it is only one person out there. If I'm serious about if I'm serious about building my little house into a mansion, then I have to be able to put forth a message and let me over, motherfucker. Put forth a message that will reach people and that will get people's attention. So. Even in my uncertainty of whether, even in my uncertainty of how long is it gonna take me to get to the point where I start making money? How long is it gonna take for me so when I go live, it'll just be people streaming here and there'll be comments going all up and down the chat, where I can just go back and forth and conversate, go back and forth with people, because. I can talk I can't necessarily say I can talk all day because in most situations I'm pretty quiet. If it wasn't for the aspect of coming on here and being able to share my thoughts and bringing it to the people under the guise of enriching myself, then I probably would just kept it to the point where I just type back and forth on social media. But then again, I got tired of typing on social media because when it gets to the point you type on social media, you more than likely will find yourself in a situation where you're being put on punishment. Like, for example, today I just got out of Facebook jail because some of the things I will find myself typing, either the way I wrote them will become lost in translation once somebody read them because, saying something to somebody as opposed to writing it to somebody hits different. So when you have something that's written down, and it's not necessarily for those people who when you said this within earshot at the time when you said it, when it's something that's written down, the person that you said it to might read it, and if it's on social media, people might come after and read it, and they may take it out of context, and scrutinize it in a way in which you didn't expect for it to be scrutinized, and they may take offense to it. They may feel bullied by a comment that's not even directed toward them, and thus you end up in a position where you violate your community standards. But big dog in a little house, man. I'm on here now. I came on here. I didn't necessarily have a particular topic. I came up with this topic as I was walking out the motherfucking warehouse. Because I am a working man. I call my job my plantation. Nigga called. I wrote this shit in the chat today. I was telling the owner of the page I moderated for that I'm about to bail out because I got to report to the plantation. The nigga said, I told her, look, I didn't respond. The nigga came on there and said to me that he said, what he say to me? He said, ha, nigga, talking about the plantation. You house nigga, motherfucking nigga. I'm a field nigga, sir. Keep grinding and keep going. We all got to start somewhere, whatever we do. That's a fact, brother. That Facebook jail is something else, though. It's hard for people to get sarcasm if you say something exactly in a sarcastic way, or even if you're just trying to give them some game that can help them out. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, and then the fucked up part about it on the Facebook part is that the person that you may be giving the specific game to an individually, that message is for them, and it's something that they can pick up and they can relate to. It may be something you may be giving them tools or strategies to deal with the type of person or individual. Now that person or individual that you've equipped the person that you're giving the advice to go against, they'll feel some kind of way and come back and say it and somehow get you scrutinized because of their emotional feelings. It's they say they holler about freedom of speech, and of course we all know that Facebook is a private endeavor. We don't nigga, they no nigga on the planet own no social media. Where I get any social media outlet that's of any prominence. There's nobody out here owns it. The white man own that shit. The Jew man own that shit. So it's like, well, if I speak in I'm not gonna say if I speak in urban jargon, how the white folks when they want to say nigga ebonics. When I speak in urban jargon, I speak in messages in which in terms in which may other groups or other people may not understand, but the person I speak to specifically, somebody who may come along later may see that and get offended by it, but the message wasn't for you anyway. So why are you offended by it to the point where you might report, comment, blase skip it? But I've deviated off Big Dog and Lil House. I've just recently started coming on to YouTube to do lives on my way home from work or whatever, because I wanted what I'm attempting to try to see to do. And I said, my boy used the word try first of all. What I'm attempting to do is trigger the algorithm and see what it does for me, and see whether if I come on here consistently, then maybe I'll be able to get more people to come on and subscribe and come on and participate. Some of these apps are worse than others. Let me get to the red light so I can read what you're saying. Some of these apps are worse than others. But in terms of their speech too, but Facebook is where Facebook is just outrageous with it. It is just unbelievable. I mean, man, I don't know. You want to quit Facebook, but Facebook then put that game down so strong, whereas basically you got family members and everybody on there you about know on there. So it's like, well, and then the fact that most of us have been on there over 10 years, so we've already established our pages and put our individual content on there. So it's like, well, they didn't put you in a catch-22 situation. And I guess if you really want to let your nut hang, or you want to sound your square, you can always bail out. But hey, shit, Facebook could also stop protecting those people who look for safe spaces on the internet. Ain't no safe space in the world. Ain't no space in the world. What is the fuck? Man, these people, man, whatever, man. I got private and it's Niggerville when I pull into my parking space, man. But and I'm not gonna. And even the fact I just have a very few people on here, I have slightly over 300 people on here. When I put together the content or whatever content I choose to put on here, it is my effort to at least put something out there that folks want to talk about, folks want to discuss, something that's interesting. Now, this particular video may not be interesting because, like I said, I only really came on here was to trip up on the algorithm to see whether I can get some action. You know, cause you have to have they say in this world of content creation, you have to practice some form of consistency. But yeah, man, I appreciate you for coming in and fucking with me, James, man. I started stopping at the liquor store. But I changed my mind. I don't need to get nothing now. I got a little shot left, and I'm tired. You probably can see it in my face. But big dog in the little house. This is I have appointed myself as big dog in this little house. And I'm gonna keep on scratching and digging and you know chasing my tail around this motherfucking tiny cottage until it builds forth into a large estate. I thank you all for whoever may come later, but I surely appreciate Brother James for hanging with me. And in parting, please like, share, and subscribe to the nigger room, to the Niger room. You know, and we gonna build it. Y'all can help the big dog stretch out his house. Appreciate it, bro. Salute to you as well. And the grind shall always continue. So yeah, like, share, and subscribe to the Najar, the nigga room. Peace and love.